Empowerment Radio Network. Empowerment Radio Network.
Hi, thank you for holding. Welcome to the Bev Smith Show.
It's the Empowerment Radio Network. Get empowered.
And we'll just talk, you and I, about what's happening in America.
Inspiring, motivating, empowering. It's the Empowerment Radio Network.
Well, let me get your definition, Mr. People Scholar, on what you call progress.
Empower yourself so that you can empower others. This is the Empowerment Radio Network. Get empowered.
Hi, thank you for holding. Welcome to the Bev Smith Show.
Inspiring, motivating, empowering. This is the Bev Smith Show. Get empowered.
Hello there. Welcome to the Bev Smith Show. How are you? How are you? How are you? Have a great day. Hope you did. It's going to get better. It's going to get better. We have loads of information for you. And it's this first conversation. I absolutely love this woman. Okay, there. I said it. I love this woman. Why do I love her? Because she's one of the baddest black women on the face of the planet. Unafraid, totally unafraid. I mean, took on money in Chicago, major corporations that may have been involved in the slave trade, and made them pay. She's bad. She's bad. Former alderman, city council person, radio personality. But she's my friend, and I love my god sister, because that's what I call her. She's Dorothy Tillman. Please join me as we welcome the lady that I do love, Dorothy Tillman. Hello, Dorothy Tillman.
And hello, and I love you too, Ben. I love you. I love you so much that I rearranged my schedule to come be with you. That's how much I love you.
I love that. I love that.
When you call me, when you need something, I'm there. You should always know that. Whatever, I'm there for Bev.
And you have proven it time and time again. I have to say this, folks. Many of you know that we had the town hall meetings, and many of you know that they were very controversial because we were talking about black people, black men, what Africans in America ought to be doing. And we invited a man that we both love and respect, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and I had a list of dignitaries that were going to be on the stage with him. And when the controversy got out that the minister was coming to talk to Bev, and he's done it so many other times before. And, of course, I was at the Million Man March earlier this year for him and all kinds of stuff. I mean, I just love and respect him so much. Well, we got death threats, we got everything, and we had people drop out. Dorothy Tillman called me, and she said, Sister Bev, you need me? I said, yes, I do. She said, don't even worry about a ticket. I'll pay for the ticket. I said, I got the hotel if you got the ticket.
Oh, yeah.
And she came, and I mean, I just love and respect you so much for not being afraid, because you know some of the folks that you and I know were intimidated.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Well, you know, Dr. King taught us about fear. You can't win if you're fearful. And we was taught that when you go to war, you wear your cemetery suit. According to the Bible and the way Dr. King taught us, when you go to save your life, you lose your life. When you go to lose it, you will save it. Because when you try to save it, you do a lot of stupid things to make everybody get hurt. And when you understand God, you can't fight in fear. God don't even operate in fear. Just be right. If you're right, you can fight.
I like that. That's a T-shirt. If you're right, you can fight. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about a lot of what is right and what is happening. The first thing I wanted you to talk about is I want to know how you feel about your new mayor, Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel, and the job that he has been doing. What's your opinion of him as an executive?
Rahm don't like black people. He is the worst. I mean, I kick his butt every Saturday. I mean, what he have really been, I mean, the plantation and the way he's putting black folks in this city and the way he's done his administration in terms of getting rid of black folks and the way he's doing things. I mean, I don't think blacks in Chicago was ready for what this man is putting on them. And I don't particularly care about the mayor.
When you say, well, first of all, just tell us how you really feel about him, But seriously, he don't like Negroes.
I don't like what he's going to do. He's going to close 180 schools in the black community.
I know, no joke. But how did he get into office? He had to have some black support, or when
in fact, everybody voted. A lot of people didn't come out because they didn't like him, but most blacks who came out voted for him. They voted for him because the president endorsed him, and they didn't understand how to separate it.
Was it a setup? His coming back to Chicago?
Well, you never know, because the way Daley dropped out, when you look at all of this, and that was one way I guess the president could get rid of him, too. Send back to Chicago.
I was going to go there next, but you already beat me to it. I was going to say, rumor has it that... Let me see if I can politically correct do this. Rumor has it that the new Chicago mayor and the president fell out.
Yes. And, because he really had... If you remember, he said F the Black Caucus when the caucus was there. The president didn't meet with the Black Caucus, and he encouraged the president not to, and he wouldn't meet with him. He said F him, he would go over. He never have supported anything in relationship to black people. Even when he was a congressman representing the city, he went against some of the programs we had in the college for black people. Rom have a very how should I put this? And I told my audience last Saturday about this.
Would the word, Dorothy, does the word racist come to mind?
Yes, but it's something deeper than that. See, I told him the difference between Daley, and we fought him too. Daley was an Irishman, and I explained to my audience that the Irish, the Golden Girls who came over on the boat, see, the Irishmen, some of them came on the boat with the Africans. The Golden Girls took the cotton that we used to pick in the South, and in England, they would turn them into threads. That's why they started calling them the Golden Girls, which turned into material. So a lot of them came over in this country, and that's how the chemical banks and a lot of those banks got started, and all those banks got started to make cloth and do all those things. So, but they got paid once they got over, and they got their little money. So they had a different view. Now, in my opinion, and I told my audience Saturday that the difference between our battle with Daley, and he understand it, we're going to fight because he do know black folks will fight. You got a group of whites in this country that know the history of this country, they know about the slavery, they know the relationship, and they know that we will fight. Then you have another group, I call them the first immigrants, who the first generation immigrants who are in public office. They also run business, and they have no respect for black people. And when they come over here, they don't understand how the descendants of enslaved Africans in the United States of America have fought. So they come over treating us a certain kind of way. And that's happening across this country. So when you look at Rom, his position is very simple. I think he thinks they haven't gone through anything. They haven't gone through as much as I've gone through. I've gone through the Holocaust, and we pulled ourselves up, and he look at black folks as being lazy and irrelevant. That why haven't we not understanding or don't give a darn that they had the whole country and worlds coming to their aid and reestablish them, whereas in this country, we had no sanctuary.
Absolutely, and more than that the part of Israel that is carved out now on the continent of Africa, can we make that perfectly clear?
Oh, yes.
I was there. I'm talking about what I know now, what somebody told me.
You said Britain and the United States of America gave it to him, was it 47 or 45?
45 through 47, and was a black man also that helped to be the architect of the new, and then they made a deal with major countries like France and England what to do, and they made that place safe for people to come. So that's number one. But here's and where the Irish are concerned, I think it's really interesting as Romney talks about immigration. I'd like to find out who his people were that came in and where they came from, because did they have the right papers or anything like that? And Romney never worked. His daddy made all the money. And if he's talking about privileged, he is really, really privileged.
Very much so. His brother is have a record company, who's right now, like Lollapalooza, one of the largest things that we have downtown now, because the Taste of Chicago is they took the Blues Fest and the Jazz Fest and pulled it back in the Gospel Fest. His brother had one of the large, Jennifer Hudson is on his brother's record. He does a lot of these